Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to get into this one with you because at first glance, our topic sounds like pure, unfiltered fiction. We're going to unpack an unbelievable premise today that's been making waves all over the globe. I mean, imagine for a second, actually buying European real estate, a beautiful home in Italy to be exact, for the literal price of a cup of chai. It sounds exactly like one of those internet scams, right? Like a clever marketing gimmick? Well, we're going to look closely at the actual data and real-world examples that prove this is happening right now. So get ready, because we are going to break down exactly how this works, why it's happening, and what it truly takes to make this wild dream a reality. 85. I want you to just let that stark number sink in for a second. 85 rupees. That barely even gets you a decent cappuccino at a local cafe these days, let alone actual European real estate. When you hear a number like that tied to buying a house, your immediate instinct is probably to roll your eyes and just keep scrolling, right? You think it's clickbait. But the information we're exploring today confirms right out of the gate that this real estate opportunity is a verified reality. You can indeed buy a house in Italy and hundreds more just like it for exactly this amount. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the 85 rupee Italian house. To really wrap our heads around this opportunity, we have to look at the sheer scale of the juxtaposition here. Think about your daily routine. You step out, you grab a quick cup of chai, you hand over some pocket change, and you honestly don't even think twice about it. Now take that exact same financial transaction, that same handful of change, and trade it for actual European real estate. It's a staggering comparison, and it really forces us to ask, what on earth is happening in the Italian housing market to make a physical structure on a beautiful plot of land cost the exact same amount as your morning tea?
Well, let's look at the reasons. Section 2, why towns are selling.
To understand why local governments are actually doing this, we have to look at a pretty grim reality, which is the rise of what are known as ghost towns. Hundreds of beautiful, historically rich Italian villages are slowly but very surely becoming completely abandoned. They are just emptying out. Imagine walking down this picturesque cobblestone street and realizing there is absolutely no one living in any of the houses around you. That is the exact, literal situation these local councils are dealing with. We are witnessing a massive demographic shift here. On one side of the equation, young people are leaving these rural areas in droves. They're packing up and heading for big, modern cities in search of work and a faster-paced lifestyle. And on the other side of the equation, the result of that exodus is that thousands of historic homes are just left behind, sitting completely empty. It's a widening gap that is creating a really unique, urgent crisis for these towns. And we have to stress this incredibly important detail. We are not just talking about standard, modern, run-of-the-mill houses that are falling apart. We are talking about centuries-old Italian architecture. These are structures with deep historical significance, intricate stonework, and immense cultural value. If they're just left empty to weather the elements, they are in imminent danger of collapsing and being lost forever. So the towns aren't just trying to fill empty space, they are desperately trying to preserve their architectural heritage. So, faced with losing both their population and their heritage, these towns came up with what we can truly call a genius plan: open to the world. Instead of letting the homes crumble into dust, they decided to literally open their doors globally. They are strategically selling these homes to anyone on the planet, and specifically making a point that this opportunity is wide open for buyers from India. They realized that a global problem requires a global solution, and they're tapping into this international market of dreamers and investors. But there is a catch. Section 3, the catch, renovation reality. Before we all pack our bags and book a one-way flight to Rome with 85 rupees in our pockets, we definitely need a reality check. Here is the plot twist. That 85 rupee price tag absolutely gets you the deed and the physical structure, but it is effectively just a ticket to entry. The towns aren't just handing over property for nothing, you know? They are looking for a very specific type of commitment from you. They need partners who are willing to breathe life back into these properties. Let's meticulously walk through the mandatory roadmap that every single buyer has to agree to. Step 1, you buy the home for that unbelievable 85 rupees. Step 2, and yeah, this is the massive financial jump. You are legally obligated to invest approximately 20 to 40 lakhs in renovations. These homes need serious work to become livable again. And step 3, you are on the clock. You have to finish these renovations within 3 years. This is how the towns guarantee that the houses actually get fixed up and don't just sit empty under a new owner. Now, it's not all tough news. Section 4, surprising perks and incentives.
Okay, a 20 to 40 lakh renovation budget might feel like a cold splash of reality, but to soften that blow, these towns are actively partnering with buyers rather than just leaving them stranded with a crumbling house. You aren't navigating foreign building codes alone. You get free architectural guidance. They cut through the infamous local bureaucracy with fast-track permits. To ease the financial burden, they even offer tax benefits for your first 5 years. And because their ultimate goal is to repopulate the area, some towns even throw in extra incentives if you're a young family moving in. They genuinely want you to succeed.
Let's look at how this plays out for a real person. Section 5, Real Returns, Rahul's story.
Abstract numbers can only tell us so much, so let's see how this builds in the real world. Meet Rahul from Mumbai. Rahul represents the global buyer who looked at the 85 rupee offer, totally understood the renovation catch, and decided to take the plunge anyway. He successfully bought one of these homes just last year, putting the whole theory into actual practice. Let's check out this financial ledger as a micro case study of Rahul's journey. The crucial point here is comparing these two numbers. Rahul spent 25 lakhs on his renovations, which fits perfectly right into that 20 to 40 lakh estimate we talked about earlier. But look at the return. He is now earning 1.5 lakhs every single month by renting the property out on Airbnb. When you compare that upfront cost against a consistent 1.5 lakh monthly income, the incredible return on investment is glaringly obvious. The math suddenly makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
What Rahul achieved is fantastic, but the real beauty of this program is that it's highly adaptable. It is the ultimate win-win strategy. The towns get their historical architecture saved and their local economy stimulated, and you get an investment that can go way beyond just standard rental income.
Think about the diverse possibilities this opens up. Maybe you're a freelancer or a business owner. This could be your new remote work hub, perfectly aligning you with European time zone clients. Or maybe you want to follow in Rahul's footsteps and start up a local tourism business. Perhaps you're looking down the road and want a beautiful historical place to plan for your retirement. Or maybe, simply, you just want your absolute dream Italian vacation home for you and your family. The options are quite literally as varied as the buyers themselves.
So we've seen the genius plan, we've broken down the exact costs in that 3-year timeline, and we've looked at a real-world success story. You now have the full picture of the 85 rupee Italian dream. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Knowing the upfront commitment, but also seeing the massive potential for lifestyle and income, would you be keen to grab one? Imagine your own renovation journey in a centuries-old village. It's an absolutely fascinating opportunity, and I really hope this explainer has helped you see exactly how it all works.